Wow, let's take a look at this massively huge box. It has in it superhero mashers. This was a thing that was going on, I thought about 10 years ago, but according to this box, it's actually newer. And this was one of the last ones because they used to have clear windows. So this was 2022, which I didn't know they were around that long. I thought they were done by then. Inside we see that we can mix up the characters inside, and his eyes look buggy. I hope they don't look that buggy in real life. Mix and match mischief and might for totally unique battle. This is called a Galaxy MaSh pack. Remember that when you're making the title, okay? All right, so it's got 45 pieces, not pizzas. That would be awesome, but I don't think I'd want to eat pizza that's been sitting in a box, you know, on the shelf for this long, for 2 years, 3 years. Okay, okay, they come in like these little dividers, which are going straight to the recycling bin, and little white packages. Okay, into the recycle bin. Is there anything else? There is that little mandatory piece of paper that tells you everything in different languages that nobody ever reads. This thing. You know, if you want to help recycle things, stop putting this in there. Nobody ever reads it. They just throw it away or recycle it. And I would rather reduce than reuse before I recycle. All right, just arbitrarily picking up the first one I got a hold of. I got Star-Lord. Okay, let's see how the size compares to the new MiX mashers. Okay, they're actually much larger, much larger. Let's see what the actual size of these are. They are over 6 inches. He is about 6.5 inches tall. Translate for bales, that is about 16 centimeters tall. Whereas our MiX masher is 14 centimeters tall to the top of his head, the Boba Fett one at least. And that would make him about 5.5 inches to the top of his head. So yes, they are an inch taller than the new ones that are coming out. This is the newer one. I didn't whip him out of thin air just then. I've already had him. Check my video on that one. Okay, we got his buddy, his Rocket Raccoon. Did I throw something away? Sounds like it was heavier than that. I sure did. I threw away his tail. So don't throw away his tail, because I heard it go thud. I was like, that should have went thud in the recycle bin. All right, right off the bat, I hate the tail because it's loose. It's hollow. I think that's cheap and disgusting. So on him, he's got articulation. Ugh, God, it's really hard to twist. At his elbow, but he does not have it at the knee. Now, he's probably got more of the traditional articulation. Let's go ahead and look at him on his articulation scale. And it appears we have a gun for rocket, I guess. It looks more like well, the wings on it makes me think it's a flight pack, but he doesn't have centered flight. He doesn't have a centered hole in the back. They got holes all over them, but they're raised by these little boxes, which makes them look like cyber implants. It doesn't look good to me, but it's something you got to get used to. This guy comes with his traditional, you know, dual gun, which has got a lot of hollowed out plastic because, let's be honest, Hasbro's being cheap. All right, so with the articulation, he's got a swivel at his neck that looks up and down and rotates around 360 degrees like the Linda Blair. He also can have his head taken off. And with the new ones, you can actually rearrange them if you'd like to. Like that, so you can make it Boba Fett, the Star-Lord. Although, he looks like he doesn't have he's got too long of a neck, and he's got not enough neck at all. Okay, let me pull it out. It's a little tight. Just like my abs. All right, so we got this. His arms. Now, these have arms that are only going around, ratchety. These, okay, some of these actually have the ones that go out, but this one does not. It just goes around. Now, that little piece of paper, one thing it should have done is told us where you can take them apart at, because that's an important piece of information. Let's see if it has a picture that tells you what parts you can take apart, because that is something I remember seeing. Nope. You think if you want to put something in there, you want to put something useful. Like, can you take them apart at the elbows? Can you take them apart at the shoulders? Because on the front, you don't see them taken apart. On the back, it looks like they're taken apart at the elbows, but not at the shoulders. The shoulders don't seem to be, you know, changed. So I'm going to take that clue to mean that the shoulders, you can't do anything with them. They go around 360 degrees, but they don't go out, which is so strange. I could have sworn they did. The elbows bend barely, and trying to get it to go around 360 degrees, it goes back to straight when you try. There's nothing in the waist. The legs can go out pretty much to a split. There we go. Let's see if we can go forward. He is not wanting to do anything. I don't know what it is. I hope I didn't just break him. He sounded like he snapped. So we can go that much forward and that much back. This one doesn't want to cooperate though. Uh-oh, look at that. Mine is already coming apart. It's like they made out some crappy plastic, and the plastic's like already breaking on mine. That's not good. So if I twist it, it's going to come off or it's going to snap off. Oh boy, that's a terrible thing. No wonder these were on clearance, because probably they got tired of having to return for breakage, but you're going to return it for the, if it breaks anyway. I think Amazon was trying to resolve himself of it. So this whole set, if you didn't watch my video, then don't get mad at me, because I did do a live video, or not live, I did a video and dropped it the same day that I got these in the mail. Okay, so they come off at this part. But it does appear they come off at the, yeah, they should come off there too. They should come out right there. I can't do it. I'm afraid after that, I'm going to end up breaking it. All right, so you can clearly see that he has bending at the knees, 90 degrees. And of course, because of the, you know, you can take it apart, he bends right there. But that thing now, I'm afraid I'm going to snip that thing off. That's terrible. Let's look at the other ones. Just remember that. He's not my favorite character, so it doesn't matter that much. Speaking of favorite characters, here's one. We got Thor. Thor, if you're listening, Ray. And he's got a hollow, you know, his weapon's hollow. But at least they did do some decorating in there to make it look like it's supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, and it's got it like permanently fixed to his hand, so you can't. It's a slide weapon. Okay, that's not my favorite thing in the world. He's still got elbows though. He goes higher on his armpit. Oh wait, he doesn't even have armpit articulation to begin with. But Thor does. Thor has articulation in his elbow. I thought they had that articulation. So Thor must be, like, they must have cheapened out on him. Yeah, he's got no problems. Except I don't like that. But oh well. I mean, I could put other arms on him and call it a day if I wanted to. I just don't like things, weapons permanently fused to their arms unless it's like Megatron, which would be his arm cannon. And he's got a shield. His shield's brown in the, you know, it's painted brown on the silver, I guess you can call it. Where did his weapon go? I didn't put his weapon in his hand. You got a little thing there, so if you want to put it on his arm like that. And of course you can just put it in his arm like he's a normal person that shoots, not like some kind of weird robot. To me, I mean, I pretend like these are like the robot duplicates that you want to spar with. When I had Marvel Legends back in the day. So when I got these, I would justify it by saying these are Marvel. They're the robots you spar with, you know, practice androids. Ugh, look at those eyes. He really does have crazy eyes. I mean, I know he's Loki and he's supposed to be crazy, but does he have to look crazy? He has the good articulation too. He's got a cloak which is actually in his back like that. Why is there 4 points? He's only got 2 in the back. Okay. I guess if you want to put it in 2 different positions, like here it is small or on close, and then here it is higher up. Who does that? I don't know why there's 4 points in the back for his 2 holes. But he seems to have the good articulation. I don't think I just broke his leg. He looks like he has foot articulation, but let's see. He does. He has foot articulation. Why did they... Okay, so this one, evidently, they completely cheaped out on this guy. Must have been like, it says 2015. See, I knew it was 10 years ago when these things came out originally. And this one was 2014. So I guess they decided in 2015 to be cheaper. All right, so yeah, they do have articulation in their heels. He does not. He's got hollow feet. And then Loki has got a huge trident, so he can be the king of Atlantis. Because, you know, in the movie he had that. No, he didn't. As he had a tesseract, which looked nothing like that, except that it was long and stick, and it didn't look like this. It looked more like a Grim Reaper's thing. But those crazy eyes, God, I really want to repaint those things. They're hideous. Oh, look, his horns come off. Huh, I kind of like that. So he's got horns that come off. Can you put the horns? Oh, you can put the horns somewhere else. All right, that just added some play value to it. So Loki is probably one of the better ones as far as his articulation, but his eyes, crazy eyes. All right, last and least. Man, this one looks nothing like the one I had. The one I had was number one. It was not as brown. It was a lot lighter. I don't think I had any green on it right here. And the face, my gosh, look at that face. It looks like he got sucked dry by a vampire. He did have this arm thing going on, but I don't know if it was a hand at the end. I don't remember it being a hand. Oh, look, he's got fingers that are articulated, and I definitely don't remember that. So he's got hand articulation. So he's got that little slide thing on just like, you know, Thor. And his legs, well, there's not much articulation in them other than your basic. And he doesn't have armpit articulation. He just goes around 360. So evidently, by the time they got to the Guardians of the Galaxy, they were like, you know what? Let's just want to be cheap on these guys. Because all the 3 Guardians of the Galaxies only are not the best. They have the worst articulation. Evidently, the worst quality control for that leg. And his tail won't stay in. So, yeah, it's not a slam dunk, that's for sure. And again, my Groot that I have looks nothing like this, the one I had before. I don't know if I still have it because I did get rid of a lot of stuff. And these did not make the cut. A few did, like Falcon definitely did, because Falcon's freaking awesome. So watch my video where I did some switching up with Falcon and Black Panther. So the best ones from this, not Groot, not these two, not the weapon. It's the brothers, Thor and Loki. Thor. Now, do I want to mix up anybody with this? Not really. I'm trying to think like if there's anything I'd want to switch around. Now, the arm. Is there any arms? No. I don't want his arm on him. I know this is supposed to be a play pattern that's supposed to be fun, but sometimes I don't care. Let's see. Do I want maybe his furry arms on him? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can get it to come off. Like, his hands are going to be too short anyway. They look really strange. Does his legs come off? Let's see if his legs come off. Let's see how much. Oh, yeah, Rocket Raccoon's legs come off. So there you go. So let's do something fun here. I think this might be fun. Sorry, that's just hilarious to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is a fun play pattern, especially like, okay, so I like these two like they are. Oh yeah, this Thor, I wanted to check to see if Thor's back had, no, it has 2. So you have 2 holes in the back and you have 2 holes right here. He's got a hole in the legs. All their basic joints have holes in them to attach things to. So yeah, I like the legs now. I mean, that reminds me of the way I used to draw this character I named called Clank. Ooh, let's making, I don't like this face. I think it looks stupid. I mean, first off, the eyes are round. It looks like a one of those, call it the pop finals. It's like a pop vinyl. Let's turn him into a were raccoon. Here we go. I don't want to put the tail on him. The tail kind of just gets in the way. And should I do anything? Well, I don't like that arm anyway. I mean, I like it how it's got articulation, but I don't really care for it. Let's pull it out of the top. There we go. Okay, hold on. Stupid tail. There we go. It kind of, the browns kind of match. Kind of. There we go. He looks crazy. All right. Well, you know, it's part of the fun process. So it's a lot of fun for us, and I'm sure kids would kick out of it. Kick out of it. What is that all about? So if you want to give some of these to your children or your grandchildren, yeah, I'd go for it. I mean, they're going to end up breaking them in a few days anyway, especially since, like, they got one like mine. I don't know. I don't like the head on that body, though. This head is just creepy ugly. I hate this head. He's like old vampire man. I do like the way the legs do that, but let's see, is there another one I don't have any other orange ones. I was thinking, what if I put it back on this? I like the root legs though. I think those are cool. I think the root legs, he looks like he's got Alf's arms from, you know, Alf. Let's give him longer legs. Let's see if that'll work. I just like the legs the way they do that, you know. I don't know, which one do you like better? The left leg over here or the right leg over here? It's hard to decide. So you guys go out and buy some of these. $5 for 5 figures, even if it's a piece of crap. This one right here, still $5 for 5 figures. It was like $5.37. You know, I don't know if their sale's still going on by the time this thing shows, but I would grab them if you can. Just remember, they are taller than your Marvel Legends. If you are a Marvel Legend collector, you might want to get them just so they can be like I remember whenever they were trying to make the Star Wars Black Series, and I had all of the Black Series for Rebels except one figure they ever made, and then the way they made this for Jeb, or I've forgotten already. I bought one and I made it part of the group. I mean, he completed the group. So he was my stand-in until finally, years later, they finally made one. I was like, you know, I'm good. And then I got rid of them because I was like, you know, I'm only going to keep the original trilogy figures because I am not a big fan of everything else. And Rebels was good, but after you've watched it all, you kind of like forget about it. It's just very forgettable. But the original Star Wars, unforgettable. All right, let me think. Should I put anything on him? I like the yellow and green. It looks like if I could get Vision to go with him, it would really pop. Like if I could switch up Vision in him. I'm very color coordinated when I do things. I have to have it colored correctly. All right, well, I really wasted a lot of time, and I hope some of you guys stuck with me for the whole, 17.42 minutes. All right, so I hope you guys stuck with me that long. If you did, give me a thumbs up and tell me if this is something you'd pick up for $5 for 5 figures. And this was not $5. This was like $15 at my Walmart. So just letting you know, there is a difference in sizes. Probably he'd be more like close to the normal size of Rocket Raccoon. But I didn't make that comparison. He should have been bigger. Now, that's what I'm saying. Mine was bigger. I remember his chest was bigger. I remember he was a lighter color. And, yeah, he had this feature, but it was a different hand. He didn't have the hand, so that hand is an improvement. So I don't know if mine was a later version of this or an earlier, because this was a... I cannot read in there. It says Hasbro SH 2016 Marvel. Well, I guess I can read in there. So this leg was made in 2016, but it may not have been the leg they used on mine, but it could have been. They didn't put the ages or the years on all the pieces, so this torso was probably, I don't think this was the torso that mine had. I could be wrong. Somebody let me know in the comments, because I don't have them to compare them. I got rid of a lot of that stuff. All right, hey, so thanks for watching, and hope y'all have a great day.